Hey, what's up? Yeah, I wanted to get a live stream in. I think it's like shit, it's almost 3 o'clock out here. I think it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I guess it's like 1 a.m. out there or some no, wait a minute. Let me see. Nah, it's like midnight out there and shit. So I decided to get a quick live stream in. So, I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Try to go to this weigh-in, try to get some footage, try to get some interviews and stuff. So uh Saturday night is gonna be real interesting. You know, I'm gonna try to see can I get an interview with Fat Joe because he's gonna be in attendance. He gonna be walking one of the fighters into the ring. So I'm gonna try to see can I get an interview with him. Try to see can I get him to shed some light on this Nick Cannon situation. But you know, I'll see what I can do. So I'm gonna try to set up some interviews. Supposed to be a lot of people coming to that fight too. So I'm gonna be walking around and shit. I'm gonna be maneuvering around and shit. So you know, try to get there. I'm gonna try to get there for the. I'm gonna try to get there around maybe 9 o'clock because they're gonna try to get these fights out the way real quick. I think it's crazy that I'm gonna be watching the fight at 11 p.m. at night, but it is what it is. So and then I'm gonna have to try to hurry up and get to this Airbnb and then get up out of here and shit. So a lot of shit to do. But so far so good. New York been pretty cool. So I really ain't did no sightseeing though. I basically then went to where Madison Square Garden was. Because it's just too cold, man, to be trying to like do sightseeing. I'm talking about it's extremely cold. So one thing I'm glad I ain't spent too much money since I've been out here. So that's a good thing. So let me talk about this situation with Deontay Wilder. I'm gonna get to Devin Haney in a minute. Um, okay, it appears that Devin Haney has been what you call stripped of his WBC title. That's unfortunate, and I don't think that's fair because you have a surgery, and they basically saying, well, you're gonna have somebody else fight for the title, and then when you're able to go, then you get an instant title shot. Okay, how come they haven't did that with anybody else? I mean, look how long Keith Thurman was out, and he got to keep his belts, and there wasn't no, they wasn't people in basically imposing their will on him, forcing him to, give up his belts. Keith Thurman got away with that for a while, but you get Devin Haney, who just had a title defense. He don't get to, keep his belt. So basically, they want to it's kind of weak. First they promote him to franchise. I mean, first they promote him to champion, and then they take the belt away from him after basically one title defense. So that's unfortunate for Devin Haney. Now, I wish these people would stop with this stuff that Deontay Wilder is scared of Dillian White. When I hear people say that, that's just pathetic and that's just reaching. That's like saying Floyd Mayweather is ducking Paulie Malignaggi. Dillian White is easy work for Wilder. If that ain't a 2 or 3 round fight, then I don't know what is. Dillian White ain't going 4 rounds with Wilder. Period. He getting knocked out. He getting stopped. So I just find that hilarious that you got people trying to push that narrative, trying to put that malarkey out there. But got a lot. It's just gonna be a lot to talk about. I want to, I want to address some shit, and I'm gonna make this very clear after I load this video after I get through with the live stream. I'm gonna say this once again. I don't work for nobody. I don't get paid by nobody, which I've been hearing that they are certain media members that's taking payola from some of these promotional companies, but we gonna leave them alone. I've been hearing a lot about certain media members taking payola from certain promotional companies, but you know, it is what it is. One thing about me, I strive on being objective and all this shit. And you know, here's the thing: people on here, like I said before, it ain't no objective journalism or reporting here. Because I'm gonna make this very clear, and I'm gonna say this to the extreme: if you on that gang shit with these promotional companies, you need not even come on my channel, because I told you we ain't doing that here. And people need to worry about other people need to worry about what they do. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know, I ask the questions that I want to ask, and I'm gonna continue to ask the questions that I want to ask. I mean, y'all gotta understand something, real talk though. Anybody that plan on like reporting or going to fights and doing media coverage and shit, it's just certain questions that you can ask and you can't ask. At the end of the day, if these people give you a credential and they invite you to come cover their fights, to a certain degree, it do got to be a level of professionalism. And at the end of the day, you can ask tough questions without disrespecting them. And that's the problem. A lot of these people come here and try to play that role like they the hero in of media journalism, but a lot of this shit be self-serving. So don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for people that's like self-serving, trying to play this role like it's because of them. Because at the end of the day, I've asked the tough questions. I asked Bomac straight up, why does Bud feel like the media is out to get him? Who's asked Bomac that question? Watch that interview with Bomac. Don't listen to that bullshit that certain people and certain channels be trying to put out. Because if that's the case, since people sitting up here trying to play that role about certain fighters need to stand up to Bob Arum, but why don't some of these PBC fighters like put their foot down, and why don't they stand up to Floyd, and why don't they stand up to Al Heyman? I'm just keeping it 100. Why don't some of these fighters say, hey man, I'm sick of this shit that y'all got going on with Bob Arum. I want to fight this dude. I want to fight that dude. Because like I keep saying, I ain't defended Bob Arum, but he was able to make fights in the past. Don't listen to these motherfuckers that's 22, 23 trying to make YouTube videos, or that's under and that trying to play this role like certain fights can't be made because of promotional companies. To a certain degree, it's fighters. So don't listen to that baloney. Don't listen to that baloney about how everybody go in there and ask the questions there. Cause I done seen people I done seen people change their tune on certain subjects. Cause it's amazing how people try to play that role where they ask certain questions to certain people, but they don't do that to everybody. Cause I guess as long as certain people doing interviews with them, then they gonna fall back on them. So just don't listen to that malarkey that's being put out there, because at the end of the day, these fights can get made. Because like I said, why don't when these some of these PBC dudes gonna stand up to Al Heyman? Like I said, look who Danny Garcia. My case was proven by what I said about Danny Garcia. This dude turned down. This dude turned down 3 million to fight Bud, but he look who he fighting January the 25th. Look who he fighting. Look who he fighting January the 25th. And let me ask y'all something. This is just real talk. Why ain't nobody putting this out there? I'm gonna put this out there, and this is real talk. Like I said, Andy Ruiz, he got paid as far as negotiations went. That's the only thing that was in his favor with the Anthony Joshua fight. He got paid. But let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Since everybody want to play this, everybody want to play these games. They want to play this nut hugging shit because I told you them days is over with. Let me ask y'all this. Charles Martin, Charles Martin is a PBC fighter, right? Everybody knows this. Ask this question. Charles Martin is a PBC fighter. He an Al Heyman fighter. Why did Al Heyman let Eddie Hearn set up a fight with Charles Martin and Joshua when Wilder could have got that fight and Wilder could have had two belts? Ask yourself that question. Why ain't nobody putting that shit out? See how niggas be half assing it with their videos? Ask that question. Charles Martin is a PBC fighter. He's an Al Heyman fighter. Why, when he got that belt, they didn't give that title shot to Deontay Wilder? That fight went to Eddie Hearn, and now we in the situation where we in now. We in the situation now. So Charles Martin goes, he loses to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua get the other belt. And then Anthony Joshua playing these games. But like I said before, nobody don't want to ask them questions. Nobody don't want to put that shit out there. Yeah, people hate to hear it. People like to tell these half-ass stories. People like to tell these half-ass stories, and they be trying to stretch the truth of shit because they be trying to get people riled up. One thing about me, I don't instigate nothing. At the end of the day, y'all, I'm doing this for y'all. I want to get these made. I'll address that later. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody put that out there. Jamal Charlo sort of hinted that he in the same predicament as Bud, but I see nobody didn't make no videos about that. But everybody want to play that slavery shit. Want to play that slavery shit when it comes to other people and shit. That came out Jamal Charlo's mouth saying, "Hey, well, I'm kind of in the same boat as Terrence Crawford, but I got to take the fights that get presented to me because I gotta feed my family." You didn't see no videos get made saying that Jamal Charlo gotta leave the PBC. And let's get something straight. These fighters are their own promoters. Because PBC technically ain't supposed to be a promotional company. But they getting advised, quote unquote, not to take certain fights. So I'm just keeping it 100. It ain't just Bob Arum that's holding up fights. I told you everybody is at fault. Everybody. Let's not make it look like it's just the black guy that's being did wrong by him not allowing his fighters to fight certain fighters. They being the fans is getting cheated. And all I care about is the fans. I don't care about none of this political bullshit. And I'm not finna push that narrative. I'm not doing that no more. I don't care who get mad. I don't care about none of that. I ain't pushing that political shit. At the end of the day, fights can be made. Like I said, uh if it was so difficult to make fights, why Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury got made? And like I said, Bud didn't fought PBC fighters before. Why all of a sudden, why all of a sudden now he can't get those fights? Like I said, somebody lying. Somebody ain't telling the truth. I don't got no ill wills towards nobody. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't finna push no lines about that, that the black dude is just the black dude that getting dead wrong. because to a certain degree, you got two black dudes that's doing the fans wrong. Now, I hope Sean Porter and Bud get made next. Love that fight. Love the idea of that fight. If that fight get made, I'm going to that fight. But I just wanted to put that out there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, why didn't Deontay Wilder get a shot at that belt that Charles Martin won? Why did Al Heyman let Eddie Hearn make that fight with Joshua so Joshua can get another belt when that fight could have went to Deontay Wilder? You ain't hearing that. Like I said, you see the inconsistency with a lot of these dudes on here, because nobody made no videos talking about how Charlos hinted that he was in the same predicament as Bud, but you didn't hear none of these dudes make videos that somebody need to leave and go this place. They only do that with a certain person. So I'm just keeping it 100. Now I'm gonna move on. As far as Deontay Wilder and Dillian White go, I want after Deontay Wilder more than likely take care of Tyson Fury. I want Deontay Wilder to set up a fight with Dillian White, and I want him to destroy Dillian White. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want Wilder to take that fight next so he can get him out the way, so he can fuck him up, and then we can move on. Because Wilder is going. When I say Wilder is going to hurt Dillian White, I hope Dillian White will be the same after Wilder get a hold of him. But they basically then disregarded Dillian White's suspected drug test where he failed. So basically, they saying he in the WBC reinstated. WBC is just. I really got an issue with what they did to Devin Haney. I really got an issue with that. All of a sudden, you want to strip Devin Haney of the belt, and you gave Devin Haney the belt, but then he has a title defense, and then okay, he has surgery, then he's unable to go. Okay, so how many other fighters that had surgery and was title holders and they didn't get their belts took from him? Why Devin Haney? So now once again, there's somebody called. I want to put this out there. Now they saying Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell gonna fight for that vacant strap, and then if Devin Haney comes back healthy, he get the winner of that fight. Hmm. Hmm. Who does who does Javier Fortuna fight for? He a PBC fighter. And who does Luke Campbell fight for? Hmm. Luke Campbell is if I'm not mistaken, he's a matchroom fighter. Hmm. So if you want to play conspiracy theory, if you want to play conspiracy theory, do you think somebody made a phone call and said take the belt from Devin Haney to the WBC? Hmm. Says people want to pay, YouTube detective. How did that happen? How did that happen? So ask yourself those questions. How did that happen? I wonder who did that. So I'm just saying. Just saying. More than likely, Javier Fortuna, he gonna probably beat Luke Campbell. Okay. So let's just say Fortuna wins the belt. Okay. He's the WBC champion. Do you think we gonna go through that carousel with him trying to make a fight with Devin Haney? I'm just wondering, is we gonna run into the same problem? Is we gonna run into the same problem if Javier Fortuna beat Luke Campbell, and then all of a sudden Devin Haney trying to get his belt back, and then you gonna start hearing this nonsense about the other side of the street, and it's gonna be tough to make that fight and all that type of shit. So I just want y'all to put two and two together. I just want y'all to think for yourself. That's all I'm saying. See, people ain't putting that shit out there. People ain't presenting that shit to y'all. See, the people that listen to me is objective. They not sitting up here cheerleading for these promotional companies. Cause like I said, we getting fucked by all of them. It's not just one person. It's all of them. They all in on it. So I'm trying to figure out who put the screws to Devin Haney. I wonder who made that phone call to the WBC. Just just giving y'all some food for thought. Anyway, I'll be back, y'all. I'm out.